Hey guys, MrBeefy here. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out a game called Nowhere Profits. If you haven't heard of it, it's like an indie game. You kind of build a deck, take on enemies through a map as you go, and collect resources for your party such as food and luxury items to help keep the morale up through the journey. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in and check it out. Alright, so I have played this a little bit. I played on Chosen, but I'm feeling pretty good today. I think we're gonna give Burden a try. Let's see. This is where the real challenge starts. Your enemies have stronger decks and meaner effects. Alright. Okay, so here's a screen where you select your deck and your hero. Okay, so I've got a few decks unlocked. Like I said, I've played this a couple times. This is the Nomads. Okay. And don't worry, in the beginning picking a deck, you'll pick up a lot of cards along the way to kind of build and strengthen your deck and hopefully get more of a solid run. So we got the Nomads, we have the Explorers, and we have the Outcast. I think I'm going to go with the Outcast this run. And over here you get to pick your leader card. So you have the Firebrand, which is unlocked from the beginning. These other two are locked, or these other three are locked. You have the Echo, and you have the Banshee. Now, they've all got different leader cards. So over here, kind of give you an idea of, what each one is capable of. So today we're going to try playing as the Firebrand with the Outcast deck, and let's jump right in. I had spoken to machines before, but none had been this powerful, this keen, yet it was dying. In blue light, it painted a mandala into the dusty air. With its fracture symboled, it showed me a glimpse of ancient knowledge from before the crash. Etched in hard light, it told me how to find and open the crypt, this place of legend. Then the fallen star spoke to me. Alright. As the machine died, its light slowly subsided. I could hear words of prayer and mantras all around me. Others must have seen the trial of fire, heard the stars whisper, and followed it here too. Their eager faces told me that they had heard the machine speak to them. The prophet, they chanted. And so my followers had found me, and together we would find the crypt. Set out. Okay guys, so right here's the screen, the main screen. You got inspect convoy. So you can see we don't have any cargo right now. Stats, none of that. Okay. These are your resources. Okay, you got hope, which is what you use luxury items for to boost. You got food. You use food and hope every time you move on the board. Batteries are kind of like the currency of this game. And this is the number of followers you have, aka cards. So let's go ahead and leave the camp here. Alright, so you've got all these different paths to get to the end of the map. Now the yellow road is harder terrain, so treacherous terrain. It's more of a risk, usually a little bit of a higher reward. Let's see, let's go ahead and travel to this first node, see what we got. As the sun reaches the horizon, a small fire up ahead drew our attention. A band of pilgrims had set up camp and invited us to join them. Let's see. Let's join them. Alright, so we got +1 food. The pilgrims welcomed us and shared some of their dry bread and tea with our convoy. Nice. Let's go ahead and recruit them, see what we get here. So we got pilgrims. There's 2 right down here. Let's see what we got here. So we got Warden of the Engine. Spawn a 4/4 drone, which is played onto the battlefield. Alright, awesome. Accept. So down here, oh, even from afar we could hear the unsettling noise of plasma weapons close to the road. A settlement was under attack by a small swarm of rustlers. The humans had barricaded themselves in, but they had no chance against the high-energy beam weapons. There was no way for us to sneak past without drawing attention to ourselves. Well, you know what? Let's see what they got. Alright. So. Oh, by the way, down here, this is known as your leader deck, and this is your convoy deck. So this is going to have, convoy deck is going to have all your units that you play onto the field. This is where you can add or take out. And then if we go back, over here you got your leader deck. So leader deck, we don't have any new cards, but we'll get them as we go, so don't worry. Over here, you'll actually find equipment later on that you're able to equip to your hero, give them different benefits and abilities. So let's get into the battle here. Alright, so you start out with 3 energy over here. You can always choose to redraw your starting hand if you choose, or however many cards. So let's start here. Alright, so go ahead and play the Raider. Units can attack the first turn they're out, but should be able to attack next turn. So go ahead and turn here. Alright. So when they have units on the field, you can attack them directly as long as a unit doesn't have taunt. So I think we're going to play this guy, deal 1 damage to all followers, so we can wipe his side of the board. Go ahead and attack. So none of his units have taunt. I'm able to attack him directly. Now, whatever unit gets the killing blow, they get an emblem that gives them a +1 to attack, and that'll stay on until they get wounded, as you guys will see later on. So from that, we got some minerals and some batteries. Okay. When the last of the machines was obliterated, we explored the settlement. Wounded survivors with grim faces stared blankly at us, unsure what to expect. Sure, we'll try to be as nice as we can. We lowered our weapons and signaled that it was safe to come here. Cautiously, the settlers emerged from their cover. For our efforts, we received not only spare valuables, but also treatment of the wounds we got while defending the settlement. Awesome. Alright, so here at Fork in the Road, we got a couple options. To the right, it looks like these are all going to be towns, the people where you can recruit, place where you can heal. I think we're going to try to go for the valuables. The road was flanked by a wall of thick green undergrowth. We advised everyone to be cautious, since this was an excellent spot for an ambush. Only a few moments later, a force of raiders sprang out of the bushes, attacking us with all their might. Right. started here. There we go. Nice, we got our first item here. When a friendly unit is moved to the first column, that unit gains +2, +0. You can also dismantle these and get a leader card. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. Ruthless. Okay, guys. So now we're gonna go see. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and equip these for now. On to the next. The sharp tones of a signal whistles interrupted an otherwise perfectly peaceful afternoon. The outriders who had sounded that alarm was riding back to the camp, pursued by a gang of feral attackers armed with spears and guns. Well, I definitely don't have 50 followers, so let's go for it. Alright. I think I'm gonna get rid of that. Try to be a little more aggressive. That too. So yeah, he's got taunt, so he has to be off the board before I can attack directly. So let's play. Yeah, let's play our taunt. Go ahead and bolster her. That way, whichever. Kamikaze approach. I like it. What is on that gal's head? Alright. Let's see what this does. So we got some water, aka food, some tea. Move on. Our outriders reported a situation ahead, so we took a large force to investigate. What we came across looked like a siege on a small farmhouse. Damn those cannibals in there. They ate our friends. We'll split anything we find if you help us take out those demons. Spat their leader, a grim redhead with an improvised projectile thrower. Yeah, let's help him out. Okay. The best way would be that you start an unexpected assault with some of my guys, while the rest of us go around back, their leader ordered. We spread out in attack formation and approached the hut. Alright. Also, when you get wounded, so I'm getting destroyed that last round, you'll get this, and they'll cost a little bit of have a little bit less health, cost less. Now, if they get destroyed again, they're actually permanently removed from your deck. So okay, let's go. That. It's meat, it's a fine fabric. When we had killed the last of the defenders, we moved into the hut. The dead inside looked suspiciously like the bandits that had surrounded the hut in the first place. Your deeds will not be forgotten, the leader announced. Here's something for your troubles. Okay. It's a little messed up. So, real quick, let's go ahead and level up. Level up, you get to pick 3 of these leader cards to flip over, and then you get to pick one to permanently be in your deck. So let's see what we got here. Deal 2 damage to all enemy followers for every refreshed follower on your side. List all your followers. Deal 1 damage to target. I think we're gonna go for Battle Cry. Okay. So here, every time you level up, you get a focus, and it lets you remove one of these cards from your leader deck. So we're gonna remove reinforce. Okay. Right. On to the good stuff. Our convoy happened upon a small number of stranded wagons. Gaunt figures came stumbling out of them towards us. It was a group of scavengers that had run out of luck on the road. Please, their leather-skinned leader begged of us, share some of your food with us. We can give you a valuable item in exchange. A map to a buried sky ship not far from here. Well, yeah. Sky ships have all the treasure. We'll buy the map. We agreed to their offer and gave them some crates of our supplies. In exchange, we received a crudely drawn map that indicated the position of the buried sky ship, allegedly filled with treasures. Alright, so there it is. Just off the road, we found an abandoned camp, possibly belonging to some scavengers. It had long been deserted by its inhabitants, but they had left us some of their possessions. Cool, so we got some stuff to sell at the shop next time we get to one. Yeah, let's go ahead and swing up here, make our way toward the food. This battle. It was past midnight when the guards rang the alarm. A dog-sized and heavily armored animal with thick gray scales was roaming around the camp, apparently looking for food. It seemed totally unbothered by the guards' attempt to scare it away. Yeah, maybe we can get a new pet. Let's feed it. Mania instructed us to give the animal apparently called a Bakari? Some food. Every other method either would not work or would bring bad luck. We gave it some of our rations, which seemed to satisfy the beast. After it had finished its meal, it sloped off into the forest. Oh, well, no new pet. Hopes were high. Now they're crushed. Alright. Crossing the road, we spotted the tracks of a herd of saltibirds. These large, flightless herbivores were excellent hunting game. Yeah, let's let this guy do it. After a few hours, our hunting party returned with some meat and other spoils. Nice, 34 food. It's huge help. Alright. Let's go to rewards, but well defended. Alright, let's go for it. Fierce gunfire erupted along our flanks. We dove for cover and returned fire, willing to stop the unknown aggressors with whatever it took. Alright. Let's go ahead and go with that. Draw another convoy card. Oh, all the monks. Play him. We'll go ahead and attack. Alright. Snipers are pretty cool. You can only attack if you're in the front row. The snipers can attack behind, obstacles or other units. Let's go ahead and go with our taunt guy here. Alright, so far so good. Except for that first guy we lost. Oh, another one. Okay. Put her there. Alright, got him. Let's see, got some bread, battery, and some survivors. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. I think we're gonna have to make our way up here to heal, and then we can always come back. So let's head in this direction. Came to a strange new landscape, which oddly lacked any vegetation. The ground was uncomfortably hot, and the air reeked of rotten eggs. Two shabby-looking fellows with gas masks, weathered gray ponchos, and spears waited for us in the middle of the road. They warned us of the treacherous trail ahead and offered their services as guides. Yeah, sure. Their price was high, but we may have suffered terrible losses without their guidance. The road proved to be rather dangerous. One step to the side, and we could have been swallowed by sinkholes or drowned in toxic mud. Well, good thing we paid them. A quiet afternoon's journey was rudely interrupted when our front wagon fell partially into a pit that had been concealed in the middle of the road. As we attempted to pull the wagon out, a group of raiders turned up with weapons drawn and malice in their eyes. It does look pretty mean. Alright. Ain't gonna draw new cards. Go for it. No whammies. Alright. Do this. Go for it. Hides and fur meat. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. Okay. Nice scenery. Alright, let's go up here and see if we can get some heals. We arrived at the shores of a scenic lake with crystal clear waters. The lush forest surrounding it seemed like a good opportunity to forage. Yeah. Lou, lead the forage. One of the children discovered a gigantic field of everberries. We spent hours harvesting the small, nourishing fruit, adding a substantial amount to our supplies. Right. We heard the chant of holy songs before we even spotted the temple. It was a small ramshackle building, held together by colorful prayer flags. 2 monks were leading the ceremony, all subtle gestures and gentle glances. Come join us in prayer, the elder one called to us. Yeah, sure. So we gained some hope and some believers. We accepted and joined in with a small congregation. Many from the convoy followed us, kneeling on the dirty wooden floor, our voices linked up with the holy chant. At the end of the ceremony, the old monk spoke. Her hoarse voice filled the room as she preached the virtues of cooperation. Reading from an old text, she passed on an uplifting story from the youth of Buja. Alright, so we're gonna get some heals here. Let's see what we got. There we go. Fully rested. Inspect the convoy. Alright. So, can we go ahead and share some of these? Give us some hope there. Go ahead and use the tea as well. Alright, let's see what we got in the market here. Binoculars. At the end of your turn, if your leader hand is empty, you draw a leader card and reduce its cost by 1. I think we're good. I think we're just gonna sell here. Okay. So we gotta level up. Followers with 3 electric attack, deal 3 damage to target. Let's see here. This is a nice board wipe, but I don't want to just be holding it in my hand either. If I've got a bunch of stuff on the field, I think we're gonna go with aim shot. Let's turn to profit here. Alright, let's take another card out that we're probably not gonna use. Take out static charge. Alright, back on to the journey. We're gonna backtrack so we can see what's here. And also hit up this other town, see if there's anything in the market worth buying. It's a teacher here. So, let's see what we got. Let's start learning. See if we can find another card and maybe be useful. Yeah, let's take another aim shot. Okay, market. A construct joins your side. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy it just for the guard card. So let's go ahead and buy it. Actually, it adds a starting armor, but not use constructs. Yes, so let's go ahead and dismantle it. Get us a card there. Alright. Let's go to the buried sky ship. The whistle from an outrider alerted us they had found a structure. When we got a large contingent towards it, we discovered a solid metal sphere that was half buried into the ground. This sphere reminds us of a fallen star that had sent us on our journey, but was much, much larger. Yeah, let's dig up the wreckage. We are here for treasure. There were only a few of us, so it took us almost 2 days to dig into the hard ground. Let's see what we got. Eventually we unearthed the metal sphere. To our surprise, it was connected to an ever larger metallic structure. Eventually, we came up on a hatch that allowed us to access the interior. Send Enku. You know, I just feel like something bad's gonna happen to you, but let's see. Oh, it did. Let's see, bud. Double target followers' health. That's pretty good. We'll take it. We've got some valuables there. So let's go ahead and equip that. Alright. On to the big boss. Tormented leper. A colony of outcasts had formed around the city. The sick and undesired huddled together in a miniature town of tattered tents and improvised shacks. We passed by and through its stench, and many of the convoy kept their gazes down and their noses covered. A figure emerged from the slums, covered head to toe in rags, and stumbled like a drunk towards us. "Are you afraid?" The figure slurred, pointing at a shocked cook. "You should be. I've fought more battles than you ever could. Where's my thanks?" Before I could reach the two, the argument had already turned hostile, and more of the slum's inhabitants had joined in. That guy is super ugly. Alright, let's see what we got here. I think I'm gonna keep this, just in case. Alright. Let's go for it. We got a whole team of uglies. All right. take damage, all convoy cards in your hands gain +1/+. Oh, okay, that's exciting. Well, here goes thwart my plans. Oh my gosh. Let's try to play this guy back out again. Oh, well, that looks nasty. Let's see. Oh. He's gonna have to get rid of him. Give him the +1/+1, or they won't be able to kill him. Take it back. Let's go with this guy. Give him +1/+1. This guy's doing a real good job of not letting me keep anything on this board. Okay, I think I might be able to pull it off here. Oh, nope. Well, it was a good run. Got a lot to improve on in this game, for sure. Had a lot of fun playing it, though. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. You know, share some comments, you know, about games you guys would like to see on this channel, or any of that. Yeah. My name is MrBeefy, and thanks for watching.